Williams shared the racy image on her Instagram page on July 29th, 2022.
I really wanted to showcase Black excellence and body positivity.
Is this woman empowerment to be nude, to dress sexy, to have on little to nothing, to show your shape, and leave nothing for the imagination? Is that woman empowerment? Some may say that it is.
All that you have done is taken a bunch of jobs that don't require a college degree and now force people to take out hundreds of thousands of dollars in loans and debt in order to get a job that does not require them to go to four-year university.
College is a scam. Welcome to another episode of Becoming with Angelina Watkins, and I'm your host, Angelina, your queen of becoming, here to help you become who you need to be so you can do what you're purposed to do, so you can live the life that you want to live. And this podcast was created to help you get out of your own way and become who you need to be to build healthy relationships, build wealth, and build your business. So today we're going to get into talking about colleges. Are they a scam or no? Well, we're going to start with my thought prompt of today that is taken from something I seen in a young lady who was graduating from a HBCU college, Florida A&M, and she did a college photo shoot, graduation photo shoot, and it was very controversial. So let's listen.
Terica Williams says that she was overjoyed when she graduated from Florida A&M University, also known as FAMU, in July 2022. She had a 3.8 GPA. She got her degree, her master's degree, in counseling and education. So to celebrate, she took some photos, but these were not your typical cap and gown photos. And one in particular gave a lot of FAMU students something to hiss about. Williams shared the racy image on her Instagram page on July 29th, 2022.
I really wanted to showcase Black excellence and body positivity.
In the picture, she's donning snake-themed hair, a nod to the school's mascot. However, the backlash came from her outfit, or lack thereof, which appeared to be her nude, wearing only a pair of heels.
And I went with a Medusa theme to kind of symbolize snake shedding.
Now, you have a very beautiful, intelligent woman. She's graduating with a master's in education and counseling. And did you hear that she had a 3.8 GPA? Now, she has decided to take some risque pictures, you all, in front of the HBCU mascot, which has been very controversial. Some people are really upset about these photos.
Do you feel like it was disrespectful?
It wasn't my intentions to disrespect anyone. My intentions was pure, and that's really what I'm sticking with.
Is this woman empowerment to be nude, to dress sexy, to have on little to nothing, to show your shape, and leave nothing for the imagination? Is that woman empowerment? Some may say that it is. I'm not here to judge whether or not it's woman empowered. She feels empowered by what she did. She feels empowered by her photo shoot. But there are some that are saying that that's not a representation of what the school represents. That's a whole different topic. Now, what you do with your body and how you want to dress, because that makes you feel good and you're proud of your body and you're proud of who you are and you've embraced who you are and you love who you are, who am I to argue with that? However, when it comes to using someone else's image in likeness, in what they do not agree with and what they do not represent, that's a whole nother story. And so while I applaud her, because she does look good, y'all, what can I say? She looks great. It probably was not done in great taste and representation of what the school says they represent, and they're not happy with it. But why? Why does she want to do that? What makes her feel empowered to have done such a risque picture in front of the school's mascot and put the HBCU out there? I mean, it's all about motive.
And what's next for you?
My plan is to take over the world. My plan is to just keep going, moving forward, prospering. I am the best rapper in Florida. Y'all check me out, and go Rattlers.
Now, rapper. That's how most of them look these days. So I kept saying to myself when I seen this investigation, and if you want to listen to the whole thing, the link is down in the description. But I'm listening to this and I'm looking at her and I'm saying it's got to be more to it. We're highly educated. We're in counseling. We're in education. And so all I'm thinking is you're counseling people. You're educating people. And when you decide to take on certain roles, you have to look a certain way. You can't just look any old type of way because it takes away your authority and your credibility of who you are and what you're speaking about, depending on who you're speaking to. Okay, she might have some folks that can resonate with her, and then that's fine, but she wants to be a rapper. And I'm not really here to judge whether she should have took those pictures or not, whether she should have took them in front of the school mascot or not. What really caught my attention was at the end that we went to school. We've gotten a bachelor's, we've gotten a master's, we have a 3.8 GPA, but we want to be a rapper. Now, she wants to be a counselor, but she also wants to be a rapper. So my question would be, what is your passion? What do you really, really deep down inside want to do? Because if you really, really deep down inside want to be a rapper, did we need to go to college? Did we need to get a bachelor's and a master's degree? Did we get those things just because we're smart? Did we get those things just because that's what we're supposed to do? That's what society says does. That's what the family expected of you. If we want to be a rapper, do we have to have a degree to be a rapper? That is my question. That is my thought. And that is what has brought me to today's masterclass topic, that college is a scam. Yes, college is a scam.
Okay, and then there's the rest of the university system, which is, I keep saying scam because it really is. What you have to understand about the way that colleges work in the United States is we have been, since 1950, in the process of basically saying to most Americans that the baseline degree in order to hold a job is a college degree. And that is a massive mistake. All that you have done is taken a bunch of jobs that don't require a college degree and now force people to take out hundreds of thousands of dollars in loans and debt in order to get a job that does not require them to go to four-year university.
There's a lot of jobs out there, though, you all, that you don't need a degree to be successful, and you don't need a degree to create wealth and make a lot of money. It's a scam. We've been taught, go to school, make good grades, go to college, get good grades, and then you can get a job and become wealthy. And the reality is that is just not true. You have a whole lot more people in debt that hasn't finished college than you do that has finished college. And then those who have finished college, most of them aren't even working in the field in which they graduated. So what does that tell you? And then they graduate from college and can't even find a job within the major that they majored in. Okay? So you don't need a degree to be successful. We have been brainwashed and conditioned to think that we need to have a college degree to be accomplished. We need to have a college degree to be successful. And that's just really not the case. We don't necessarily need a college degree for a lot of the things that we want to do to be successful. And so we go to college and we spend all of this money. And why? You will find that there's a lot of successful people out there who do not have a degree. They never went to college, yet they are rich and wealthy. They are successful business owners, and they are making things happen. They are the change makers of the world, the movers and the shakers, without ever having a degree.
I went to UCLA and Harvard Law School. Both of my business partners never graduated from college. One never even won. Okay, because the reality is that success in American life should not be reliant on receiving a credential from a top university where basically you learn to speak woke, where you learn how to put pronouns in your Twitter bio. But that's the entire goal here. This credentialism has largely come at the expense of blue-collar people, many entrepreneurial people who would have been better off just getting an apprenticeship in a particular business.
Now, I'll just say this. If you want to be an entrepreneur, You don't necessarily have to have a degree, because a lot of things they teach you in school and business administration doesn't really teach you what you need to apply to your life in order to make the money. You can learn how to run a business without getting a degree. You can run a successful business without having a degree. A lot of things that you need to make money only require a certificate or a diploma or some post-secondary education within the technical field other than a degree. So I would encourage you to determine, what is it that you really want to do with your life? What is it that you really want to be before you decide to get a degree? Now, should you get a degree? Again, it's going to depend on what you want to do with your life. If you want to be a lawyer, absolutely, you're going to have to get a degree. Medicine, anything dealing with STEMs, the science, technology, math, engineering, anything within those fields, yes, you're going to need a degree. But there's a lot of things that can make money that you don't need a degree. You don't need a degree to be a real estate agent or broker. You don't need a degree to be a real estate investor. You don't need a degree to be a trader, a day trader, swing trader. You don't need to have a degree in order to start a business and be successful. You just don't. You don't need a degree to be an insurance agent. You don't need a degree to be a dog walker. You don't need a degree to do a lot of things that can just make you a lot of money. You don't need a degree to be a landscaper. Now, you might want to get some additional training to do certain things when it comes to landscaping, to know all about the horticulture, so that you can know what one weed from a flower, from a grass, and all those different types of things, to learn how to properly cut down a tree. Yeah, you're going to need additional training for that, but you don't need a degree. Okay, so just know that school, in my opinion, is a scam, depending on what you want to do with your life. However, even though I think that college may be a scam, college can be useful. Okay, what can we learn going to college? I went to college, but did I have to go to college? I really didn't have to go to college, because it was my certification that's probably gotten me further than my actual degree. However, college was a great place to learn discipline, to discipline yourself, to do the work, to show up, to get up, to go to class, to do the projects, to write the papers. College teaches you consistency, because you have to be consistent in your actions, consistent in your work if you want to get the grade, right? And if you want to pass. College teaches you socialization if you are someone who maybe goes on campus. Now, nowadays they have a lot of classes that you can take online, so you don't necessarily have to have as much interaction. But back in the day, college was a great place for socialization, to start coming into yourself, to get to know who you are, to meet people, and create long-lasting friendships and relationships. College is great for teaching you how to focus, because if you don't focus on that work and what you need to get done, then you're going to fail. You're not going to get your work done. You're not going to turn in those assignments on time. You're not going to study when you need to pass those exams. So it causes you to learn how to really focus and hone in on what you're doing, what it's for, and where you're going. College also teaches you critical thinking, because a lot of the courses that you take are going to require you to critically think. You're going to have to do some research, right? You're going to have to write these papers, and you're going to have to rationalize some things, debate some things in those college courses. College also teaches you research skills, how to do the research, which comes in handy in your everyday life. Because there's a lot of things that we have to learn how to do our research and get the information we need so that we can make effective decisions, right? Because we sometimes make decisions that aren't founded in truth and facts, and then we mess everything up. And so we've got to learn to get into the habit of doing a little bit of research before we make some life-altering changing decisions in our life. So college will teach you a lot of things: time management, networking and diversity. You'll learn how to balance life, because you'll have to balance college with maybe work if you worked, and with family and friends and partying in your social life. And so you'll learn how to balance things in your life when you're in college. And you'll learn teamwork if you ever had to work on a project. I've had to work on projects where you had to work with people, so you'll learn some teamwork. However, you'll learn some project management as well. Project management is always helpful. Planning, organizing, scheduling, resource management, risk management. College just gives you good work ethics. But do you have to go to college to learn those things? Do you really have to go to college to learn those type of skills? My answer is no. Those skills that I just named off that you learn in school that's going to help you be successful, you don't have to learn those in college to be successful. You can learn those skills in the workforce, working on the job. And then you can learn those because if you work in corporate America, a lot of them have professional development courses that you can take for free to learn some of these skills as well. So you don't have to have a college degree. A college degree is an expensive way to learn the skills that you need to be successful. Some things just don't require a degree. Some things just require a license or a certificate. Okay, so do your research. Do your research before you go waste money, before you take out a whole bunch of loans, student loans to go to college to only drop out, owe that money and still have nothing to show for it, or you end up graduating and doing something totally different. That's an expensive lesson to learn about who you are. To go to college, to major in something, get a degree, and then totally realize this is not what I want to do. I want to do something else. Now, we're going to get into the viewers Q&A. And this advice on social media says, school is a power move. You must be able to secure the bag. Majors in STEM will always be needed, are high in demand, and the skills can directly help the Black community. So the question is, should you go to college and major in STEM so that you can become wealthy and secure that bag? And the answer is no, not if that's not what you want to do. Don't chase the money. Let the money chase you. If you chase your dreams and your purpose will make room for you. You don't have to chase the money. It'll come to you when you pursue who you are, your passions, and your purpose. So if STEM is not what you're interested in, if you're not interested in science and technology, engineering, and math, then and you're not interested in anything that requires a degree, then keep it moving. Don't waste your money. Don't waste your time. All right? Where you are is not where you have to be. Your past does not define you. You define you. So heal, transform, and pursue you.